Okay, now we're recording this. So let's answer the question number 5. Create a scatter plot for weekly ads and weekly sales. Now, why do we create a plot? In regression, in particular for simple linear regression, this is very important because we'd like to see the relationship between your independent or predictor variable with your response variable or your dependent variable. A regression will work well, regression model will work well if there's a high relationship between the two variables. If there's a low relationship between the two variables, then chances are, guys, we might not be able to establish a statistically significant regression model for the two. Now, as I said, guys, last time, we would like to establish the relationship between your weekly ads and your weekly sales. We're defining our weekly ads to be our, what's our weekly ads, guys? That's our predictor variable, okay? And our weekly sales is our response variable. Okay, so si weekly ads yung independent variable natin, si weekly sales yung dependent variable natin. Okay, now, before we do this, guys, it's important that we first, before we establish a relationship between them, it's important that we plot. So let's plot, scatter plot between the two. All right, so how do we plot? How do we generate a scatter plot between the two variables? So we can make use of Excel insert. Of course, pag pumunta na tayo, guys, sa R, mas mabilis na to, mas mabilis yung pag-plot. No? I hope those, let me remind you guys, yung mga hindi sa akin nag-advasta last term in FinStud, I hope you have already gone to YouTube. I hope you have already installed R and RStudio. And then I hope you have already gone through YouTube and looked at tutorials on how to navigate through R and RStudio. Reminder lang, kasi by next week, yun na yung gagamitin natin. No? We'll end using Excel for regression. So how do we plot, guys? Well, we can use this insert, and then here's the tab. And then we'll use scatter. So let's use the scatter plot. Okay. Wait, sorry, may naka-highlight ata na. So let me just first highlight yung weekly data natin at saka weekly sales. I highlighted this, then insert. There, scatter plot. Okay, sorry, ang dami na nakasulat. I suggest, guys, that you did what I did. Nag-create ulit ako ng copy nitong worksheet na to. Okay, were you able to follow, guys? Sige, ano lang, pag may tanong Sige, any questions? Any questions?
Answer.
Okay, so what do we notice about their relationship? Relationship between two variables can be defined using two measures. We have correlation and variance. We can define the relationship between two variables using correlation and variance. Mas magandang gamitin ang correlation, although may gamit din man yung variance, no? Kasi standardized tong measure na to. Yung variance mahirap i-interpret, yung correlation madaling i-interpret. Ano yung range ng values ng correlation, if I may ask, guys? What do you recall from your basic statistics? What is the range of values of a correlation coefficient? Anyone? Range ng values ng correlation. Yung coefficient of correlation.
Sir, -1 and 1.
Yes, thank you. Okay, identify ulit kung sino.
Jillian Carbon.
Julian, thank you. So yung correlation, which is your R, that's a symbol for correlation. Let me just fix this. Lang guys, just fixing my table a bit. R, which is the correlation, ranges from, hindi pantay yung table. R ranges from -1. Okay. 1. Okay, so this is the range of R, range ng R. Range ng R, which is your correlation, ranges from -1 to +1. If it's +1, guys, perfectly correlated yan. Ibig sabihin yan, when you plot your data, this is yung data natin. So this is R is equal to 1. Perfect correlation. In other words, yung paired values natin, they all lie in a line. On the other hand, yung -1 naman, ano itsura ng R is equal to -1? Yung correlation ng -1, yan. No? So you have a line here, and all your data points lie on this line. This is R is equal to -1. What's the meaning of a correlation that's positive? Ang ibig sabihin ng positive correlation is what, guys? That the two variables move in the same direction. Pag tumataas yung isang variable, tumataas din yung isang variable. On the other hand, a negative correlation indicates an opposite movement of the variables. When one variable increases, the other variable decreases. Usually, when we establish a relationship, guys, wala naman talaga tayo nakikitang perfectly positive or perfect na negative. Usually, yung mga R's natin, it's a value between this, -1 and 1. Okay. Pag malapit sa 0 yung R, ano ibig sabihin nun? Okay. Before we answer that, take a look at our plot here. So what do you say is a relationship between weekly ads and weekly sales? Is it positive or negative?
Positive, sir.
Yes, it's positive.
Ernest po.
Correct. The slope is going upwards, no? Pataas. Ibig sabihin, what does that mean, guys? Pag tumataas si weekly ads, tumataas din si weekly sales. Right? If it was the reverse, if the plot looked like this one, pababa yung slope, then negative yung correlationship nila, no? Okay? Now, how about, guys, if the correlation is close to 0? Pag close to 0, guys, wala kang established na ano. Take a look at this. Yung data point natin. So, hindi natin ma-determine kung pataas ba yung relationship nila or pababa. There seems to be a very weak relationship between these two variables in this plot. Okay, so ano na lang yan, guys, medyo konting review ng basic stat nyo. And I'm not going to belabor the point, no? All right, what we want to establish here is a regression line. Okay, gusto natin mag-establish ng regression line between your independent variable and your dependent variable. So how do we do that? That's very easy. In order to establish a regression line between these two, okay, so we just click any data point there, click, and then you'll see here, add trend line. Add trend line, click. Okay, then you have here an option ni Excel, no? Format a trend line natin. So, iba't ibang klaseng trend line. May exponential, may logarithmic. The relationship looks like this, then exponential siya. may polynomial, may power, may moving average, etc. So from the looks of it, guys, mukhang linear naman yung relationship nila. So which is the default of our default ng ano natin ng ni Excel. Okay, any questions so far?
None, sir.
Okay. Then sa ilalim, guys, kikita nyo, there's an option here. Forward, ibig sabihin, you can forecast for the next five periods or 5 values ahead. Tapos may backward din. Tapos ito, set intercept. You can set the intercept equal to 0. So that's regressing through the origin. We're not going to do that. But later on, I-explain ko, guys, kung anong ginagawa kung nagre-regress tayo through the origin. Okay? So let me write that through the origin. Wala. Pwede bang sulatan ito? So you call it regression through the origin. Ano ibig sabihin ng regression through the origin? Ibig sabihin yan, guys, dadaan siya sa origin. Ano yung origin? 0, 0. In that case, yung equation natin, yung line natin, kasi di ba ang equation ng line y is equal to mx plus b. Okay? Tama, guys? Equation ng line. Naalala niyo pa ba yan, guys, sa algebra nyo?
Yes po.
Equation ng line. Or, dun sa model natin, y is equal to, we usually write it as b null plus b1 times x. Okay, where x is your adds and y is your sales. Okay, what do you mean by regression to the origin? Ibig sabihin, papadaanin natin sa 0, 0. Okay, therefore, pag regressing to the origin, guys, ang mangyayari niyan, your model will become y is equal to b sub 1 times x. Bakit, guys? Kasi yung intercept natin, which is BO, becomes 0. No? Any questions, guys? Just remember that na kapag nagre-regress tayo through the origin, pinapadaan natin yung intercept, yung B null na yan, or B dito, guys, or dito sa equation natin dito, yung B null, we'd like it to move and pass through 0, 0, pass to the origin. So pag nangyari yun, guys, wala tayong intercept. No? Yung intercept natin, yung plus beta null dito, this will cancel out kasi 0 siya. No? Okay, may use yan, but we're going to take a look at that later on. In the meantime, we're not interested in that. So, sorry, babalik ko yung ano natin. Add trend line. Okay. And I'll ask Excel to display equation on chart and display R squared value on chart. And then yung line, palitan ko lang ng, kasi naka-dash type to. Yung kung solid line. Okay. Then palitan ko ng color para may contrast. Yan. Okay. All right. And then this is our equation. Okay, any questions so far, guys?
None, sir.
Okay. Sige, analyze natin to. Ano yung equation na to? Y what? Y. Ano yung Y natin? Ano yung dependent variable natin? Ano yung response variable natin?
Ads.
Weekly sales, sir.
Sales, no? Y sales is equal to 8.2415 times what? Complete natin equation natin. X, which is your ads, di ba?
Weekly ads.
Yes, yan. So, para medyo lumiit siya, control 1, i-subscript ko lang. Yan. Subscript. Yan. Okay, and let me change the color. Okay, can you see it, guys? Kita ba?
Yes po.
Okay, so this is our equation. This is our regression line, no? And we can generate that in Excel by creating a scatter plot. Tapos makikita natin na ang relationship ni sales at saka ni ads is defined by this line. Okay, ano yung 8.2415? What's 8.2415, guys? $8.2415 is what? Okay, go back to our equation. Ito yung equation natin. Y is equal to beta null plus beta 1 times X ads. So, yung 8.2415, ito yun, di ba? Yung B1. Tama ba, guys?
Yes po.
What's B1? B1 is your hello, guys? What's B1? Last, ano? Kalimutan na ba? B1 is your, tingnan yung equation na to, guys. Mx plus B. Ano yung M? What's this? 8.24. Kasi hindi lang sufficient, guys, na ma-define natin yung equation. Kailangan ma-interpret natin. Ano ibig sabihin ng 8.2415 na yan? That's your letter S, guys. Letter S.
Slope,
sir.
sir.
Yes, that's your slope. Thank you. That's correct. That's your slope, no? And the slope, guys, tells us the relationship between your dependent and independent variable. So how do we interpret 8.2415? Ang interpretation natin yan, for every 1 unit change in your independent variable, there's a corresponding B1, which is 8.2415 units change in your dependent variable. Okay, let me repeat that. For every 1 unit change in your dependent variable, in other words, magdadagdag ako ng isang unit sa ads, no? There will be a corresponding 8.2415 units change in your dependent variable. So positive yung relationship nila kasi a positive 1 increase in your independent variable, which is X ads, will result into a positive 8.2415 increase in your dependent variable sales. Corollarily, guys, for every 1 unit decrease in your X ads, there will be a corresponding 8.2415 decrease, units decrease in your Y sales. Clear, guys? Clear? Pause muna ako. Any questions? Any questions? So slope to, guys, slope 8.2415, okay? And the slope establishes the marginal effect of your independent variable on your dependent variable. Okay, when we go to multiple regression, guys, expand natin yan. Magkakaroon tayo ng expression na ceteris paribus. In other words, assuming that the other variables remain the same. Okay, so this is your slope. What's this? What's this, guys? 36857. That's your That's your, what do you call that?
Y-intercept.
Yes, thank you. That's your y-intercept. Correct. Thank you. That's your intercept. Ano ibig sabihin nitong 36857 na to? Itong y-intercept na to. This is the value of your dependent variable sales. This is the value of your y when what? When
The line crosses the y-axis.
okay, or when x is equal to 0. Diba? When your independent variable is equal to 0. Kasi tingnan nyo guys, pag 0 si x adds, so ano mangyayari sa equation natin? 8.24 times 0, diba? Plus 36857. What's now your 36857? Kasi magka-cancel to, diba? So that's the value of your y. Okay? It's the value of your dependent variable y if your independent variable is equal to 0. Okay? Palitan lang natin ng 0 to. And then you'll get 36857, which is what I was asking you. Okay, clear guys?
Yes, sir.
All right. There's another measure here, r squared. Okay, which I'll just define now, but later on we're going to look at that in greater detail. Ano yung r squared na yan? So the r squared, okay, that's actually the squared of r, no? It's called your coefficient of determination. Okay, that's your coefficient of determination. Okay, anong relationship niyan kay correlation, guys? Well, square mo lang si correlation. Okay? Alam na ba natin correlation between y and x? Do we know the measure of the relationship between y and x, guys?
Yes.
Ano yung correlation nila?
They
Yung value. Positively correlated sila, tama, di ba? Pero yung value, alam na ba natin? Hindi pa, di ba? Sige, i-ano natin. Corel, guys, Corel. Subukan nyo. Ano yung Corel daw? Returns the correlation coefficient between two data sets. Sige nga, guys, pakisolve nyo. Hinahanap sa inyo dyan yung y at saka x. So what's your Corel, guys? Ilan?
Sorry, I'm not sure kung tama. Pero
Anong ginawa? Sige, i-chat mo nga. Paki-chat. 0.9176, Aki. Okay. Tinawag ba kita Aki kanina sa attendance?
No, sabi niyo wala nang kabilang section or something. And
meron pala. No, sorry. My mistake. Pero sige, ano ka na mamaya, paki-remind ako. 0.9176. Let's see kung tama yung sinabi ni Aki. So let's use the Corel function of Excel. Corel, so we're asked for RA1, RA2. So I'm going to, okay, RA1 yun. Okay, and then, wait. Kama. Copyhin ko na ito, palitan ko na lang B. No? Control C para hindi na ako bumalik doon. And then B. Okay, so the correlation measure, correlation coefficient between your two variables, sales and ads is 0.9. Correct. Aki, thank you so much. No? Correlation, 0.9176. 76. Oh, that's your R. Okay, that's your R. So that's your small letter R. Okay, correlation coefficient guys ha. Pero meron tayong mesh dun sa regression output, meron lumabas ng R squared, no? capital R. So let me write that. R squared R2. And then let me change the format is superscript ko siya. Okay. Define lang natin to guys habang andyan dyan na lumabas para alam natin kung ano ibig sabihin nito. Ano to guys? This is your coefficient of determination. Okay? That's your coefficient of determination and it's equal to the square of your R squared. Ano nyo is equal to this squared daw eh. Try nyo guys kung you get the same answer. Sige nga.
We got the same answer po.
Thank you. You got the same answer, no? So si R squared at saka si R, related yan. Kung alam natin si correlation, which is a measure of the association, no? Or the relationship between two variables, 0.91, 0.92 is high. Positive relationship, negative relationship. Guys.
Positive.
Positive relationship, no? Yung R kasi, yung correlation guys, sign sensitive yan. What do I mean by sign sensitive? Kung negative siya, ibig sabihin, negative relationship or indirect relationship. Pag positive siya, positive relationship or direct relationship. Ano ibig sabihin ng positive relationship or direct relationship? They move in the same direction. Pag nag-increase yung isa, mag-i-increase din yung isa. On the other hand, yung negative or indirect relationship, pag nag-increase yung isa, magdi-decrease yung isa. Okay, and I have illustrated to you how that relationship looks like, di ba? Pag pataas guys yung relationship nila, positive yan or direct. Pag pababang ganito, then the relationship is negative or indirect. Okay, so I'm getting the same 0.842, 0.84. Trinangkate lang ni Excel dito, no? 0.842, renound off lang yan sa 3 decimal places. So dito, pinapakita sa atin yung R squared, which is the coefficient of determination. Okay? Now, if you know the R squared, can you compute for the R? Guys, if you know R squared, coefficient of determination, can you compute for R?
Yes, sir.
Yes. How do you get that, guys?
Square root.
Square root mo lang square root lang natin, no? Pag kunin yung square root ng 0.842, you'll get 0.917. Okay? So just take note that if you know R squared, you'll be able to know R and vice versa. Now, ang tanong kasi, ano yung definition nitong 0.84 na to? Well, this, guys, is a measure of, we call this a coefficient of determination. Okay, it's also a measure of the relationship between your dependent and independent variable. However, special yung meaning niya. It tells us, so i-type ko na lang, no? It's a measure of the, let's call it the percentage of variability. What percentage? The proportion na lang. Proportion of the variability of your sales that can be explained by ads. Okay, take a look at that, guys. Okay. So ulitin lang natin to ha. So si R, guys, correlation. Ibig sabihin yan, pag malapit sa 1, very strong yung correlation ng dalawang variables niyan. And then yung association din nila, we can use R squared. Not only R bar, but also R squared. which is your coefficient of determination. And this tells us that yung sales kasi, variable siya, no? Okay? Yung variability ng sales, it's the proportion of the variability of your sales that can be explained by ads. Ibig sabihin, 84.2% of the variability of your sales can be explained by the data ads. So if it's 84.2, ano yung hindi niya kaya i-explain? Guys?
Yung variability ng sales niya hindi
Which is how much?
Ads. Yung 36 ba yun? 857, hindi ba?
Yung difference sa 1, di ba? Kasi kung 100% yung variability ni sales, tapos ang kaya lang i-explain ni ads, okay, remember, we're using ads to try to explain sales, di ba? Ang kaya daw na i-explain ni ads dun sa variability ni sales is 84.19% or 2%, 84.2%. Therefore, guys, ang hindi niya kayang i-explain, ang hindi kayang i-explain ni ads on the variability of sales is around 15.8%. Gets, guys?
Yes.
Si Aki lang ba? Paki-chat nga, guys, kung nakuha. I want
Yes.
to see.
Sir, gets po.
Yes
po,
po.
sir.
That's, thank you, guys. Pasensya na kayo yung mga ganyang klase, yung mga nag-respond kayo. I really appreciate that kasi ano lang yun kasi ang hirap pag online tayo. Yun lang yung affirmation ko na naiintindihan niyo yung sinasabi ko. And I'll really I really appreciate yung ganyan, no? Okay. So coefficient of determination, guys, R squared. Automatic na pinakita sa atin ni Excel dito yan, no? Dito sa regression equation natin. So kasi, guys, pag regression, di ba, we're trying to establish a relationship. And how is the relationship established? Well, kailangan equation. May mathematical equation tayo relating y to your x. Okay, hindi pa pwedeng qualitative. Regression is a quantitative method by which we establish the relationship between two variables. Pag simple regression. Pag more than 2, then that's multiple regression. Okay. So, naintindihan na natin to, guys, ha? So, nag-establish tayo ng equation in order to relate your dependent variable with your independent variable. Take note, yung y lagi yung dependent variable. Si x yung independent variable natin. So, ang sinasabi natin dito, for every $1 increase in ads, kasi dollar yung ads kailangan dimension specific to, no? Ang x natin is dollars. Okay? In fact, dapat technically, for every $1 increase in your weekly ads, there's a corresponding 8.24 watt. 8.24 watt, guys. Ano yung dimension? Ano yung dimension ni sales? Dollars din. Okay? So make sure, guys, when you interpret, make sure na sinusundan nyo interpret yung yung dimension ng variables natin. So for every $1 increase in weekly ads, there's a corresponding $8.24 increase in weekly sales. Okay? The correlation between the two is 0.917, no? 0.917, that's a positive relationship or direct relationship and very strong relationship kasi malapit siya sa 1. Okay? Ang weak relationship or no relationship, yung malapit sa 0. Ang moderate, may ginagawa silang pag sinabi nilang mga point between, hindi ko lang kabisado yung yung ranges, pero may very high, may moderate, no? Maybe siguro i-research lang yun, guys, hindi ko kabisado as of the moment. Yung ranges na which they arbitrarily set to a very high relationship, a high relationship, a moderate relationship, or a weak relationship, or a very weak relationship, or a no relationship, no? Okay. Saan na tayo? Okay, so let's continue with this. So R squared of 0.84 coefficient of determination. So kayang i-explain ni Ads yung 84.2% yung variability or variation in sales. Ang hindi niya kayang i-explain 15.8%. So sino mag-e-explain nun, guys? Well, it could be another variable. No? Kaya dyan papasok yung multiple regression. So multiple regression, kung gusto natin madagdagan yung coefficient of determination natin, then we can add more independent variables para mas maraming mag-e-explain dun sa variable of interest natin, which is our dependent variable. Okay. Now, just some few more points here. Ito, answerin natin itong question na to. Where is the preponderance of the data points? No? Ano ibig sabihin nun ng preponderance of the data points? What's the meaning of preponderance of the data points? Pag sinabi natin preponderance of the data points, saan naka-concentrate yung data points natin? Take a look at this one, guys. Ito. Saan ba naka-concentrate yung yung data points natin? In order to answer that, dapat alamin muna natin, guys. Okay? So ito, I already solved this for you. Kinuha ko yung minimum value ni X tsaka maximum value ni X. Okay? So minimum and maximum lang yan. Tapos ito, kay Y din. Minimum ni Y, maximum ni Y. Tapos ito, Y bar is your average. Average ni Y. Okay, so pareho lang yan kasi Y lang tinitingnan natin at saka average ni X. Okay, any questions about this, guys? Hindi ko na yan kasi masyadong self-explanatory na yan. Any questions about these cells?
None, sir.
Okay, thank you. O, yung iba din, mag-chat kung may question, please. Either yes or no, sige, para lahat gusto makita.
Yes,
Any questions?
po, sir. Understood.
Understood. O yung iba. Chat, guys. Chat. Gusto makita kung may question kayo dyan. No. Paki-no. Ganun question ko. Understood ba yung cells na yan? Yes or no? Okay, no question. Okay. Sige. Thank you. Para din na nag-ano kayo, para din nagta-type kayo dyan. Okay, good. Although kulang pa yung nag-recite. Sige, yan. Thank you. Okay, sige. Thank you. No questions. All right. In order to answer this question, where is the preponderance of the data points? Kailangan i-plot natin, guys. Okay, kailangan i-plot natin. Hanapin muna natin si mean, si Y bar, at saka si X bar. So X bar is around 370,059. So mga dito yan, no? Somewhere here. Ano lang, approximate lang. Somewhere here, 370. Tapos si X bar, ilan? Si X bar, guys? 40, 40, 40. So, mga 40,000, mga dito. Mga somewhere here. Approximate lang naman yan. So, if I draw a line, if I drop a line, and sorry, I'm just illustrating this. So what point is this, guys? Ano yung point na yan? Guys, ano yung point na yan? Hello, what's this point?
Sir, average.
That's your Y bar, X bar, di ba?
Opo.
Di ba? X bar, Y bar. Kasi pag nagaan tayo sa Cartesian coordinate system, nauuna yung X. No? X, Y. So that's your X bar, Y bar. Correct, guys?
Yes, sir.
All right. So if I extend this line here, yan, and I extend this line here, yan, okay? In other words, we drop a vertical line touching the X bar, Y bar, and a horizontal line touching the X bar, Y bar point, then we effectively divided our data points into 4 quadrants, di ba? Naalala nyo ito sa algebra nyo o sa trigonometry nyo or whatever. This is your quadrant 1, di ba? Quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Follow, guys?
Yes po.
Yes,
All right.
po, sir.
Thank you. Now, to answer the question, what is the preponderance of the data? Ibig sabihin yan, guys, saan nakakoncentrate yung data set natin? O saan nakakoncentrate yung data set natin? Which quadrants? Ano quadrants, guys?
1,
And 1 lang?
1 and 3.
Yes, 1 and 3, guys. 1 and 3. Okay, now, ang conclusion natin, guys, kung yung data set natin nakakoncentrate sila sa first and the third quadrant, then chances are, yung correlation nila, positive. Yan ang gusto natin pakita dito. However, if the preponderance of the data is on the second and on the fourth quadrant, when you say preponderance, it's concentration. Kung yung data natin nakakoncentrate dito, second, tsaka fourth, ano sa tingin magiging correlation nila? Guys, data set natin nakakoncentrate sa second at saka sa fourth. What do you think will be the correlation?
Sir, close to 0.
Close to 0 or negative? Kasi
Opo.
pababanggan yan. Pababanggan yan yung correlation nila. No? Pag pagbabangga nun, sabi natin, the correlation is negative. Pag pataas, from the left to the right, pag pataas, this one, pag ganon, left to right, tumataas siya. That's a positive relationship. Okay? So that's what we only want to answer here. So depende dun sa preponderance ng data kung positive or negative, kung ang concentration ng first and third quadrant, then you expect that the correlation between the two variables will be positive. Pag spread throughout siya, eh, mahirap ma-determine yun. No? Kung kunyari kanina, yung spread out yung data natin sa first, second, third, fourth, malamang yan, pwedeng positive yung negative correlation nila, pero it would be quite weak. No? Medyo magiging malapit sa 0 yan, yung correlation nila. Pero pag yung preponderance ng data on the first and the third quadrant, then it will be a positive correlation, and then it will be high or very high or moderately high relationship. The opposite, kung nasa second and fourth quadrant, negative correlation, negative relationship, negative indirect relationship, and it can also be very high, pero negative relationship. Kasi kunyari, negative, a correlation, may tanong ako guys ha, if correlation R is negative 0.96, okay, anong klaseng relationship lang guys? Of course, we know that it's a negative relationship, di ba? The presence of the negative sign there, negative sign, indicates that this is the two variables are negatively correlated or they're indirectly correlated. No? However, mataas ba yung relationship na yan? Guys? Mataas ba yung relationship na yan? Of course, guys.
Relationship po ba?
Hindi, high yan. Basta malapit sa 1, guys. 1 or negative 1.
Po, sir.
Oo. Ang weak, guys, yung malapit sa 0. But if it's very close to either negative 1 or 1, then very high relationship yan. Nagkakaiba na lang yung isa very high positive relationship, yung isa naman very high negative relationship. Okay, clear guys?
Here po, sir.
Okay, thank you. So yun lang gusto natin ano dito, no? Sagutin yung preponderance ng data points. Okay. Now, let's okay, ito sinagutan natin kanina, pero I just want you guys to know that you can directly compute for the slope and the intercept. Okay, anong function to? What function is this? It's the slope function. No? Sige nga guys, dito gawin nyo siya. Is equal to type slope. Okay, type slope. Tapos, anong binibigay nito? Open parenthesis. Hindi na naka-explain. Ano? Usually dapat naka-explain yan. Ito. Oh. Slope, guys. Tapos, ano sabi? Returns the ito yung function of slope. What will the slope function give us? Returns the pakibasa, please.
Returns the slope of the linear regression line through the given data points.
Okay. So may given data points tayo na X and Y, no? Take note, guys, ha? Order is important. Known-wise, so sino yung Y natin? Hindi pwedeng pagbalik rin, guys. Otherwise, pag magkabalik ka dyan, may iiba. Ano yung Y natin? Class? What is our Y? Our Y is? Pakasagot, please. Ano yung Y natin? Sales. Okay. Ano yung X natin?
Add.
Add. Sige nga, pakisolve yun, guys. Kayo maglagay ng ano, ng value ng Y at saka X. Huwag niyo isama yung ano, huwag niyo isama yung header.
Sir, bawal isama yung header.
O, mag-e-error yan kasi ano eh, kasi
Sir, I did it pero hindi same siya.
lumabas, sinama mo yung header.
Yeah, B is to B. Tapos A is to A.
A base to, sorry?
B to B. Yung,
B to B lahat. O, in-ignore niya yung ano, in-ignore niya yung ano, yung title, yung header. Pwede rin naman yun, no? B to B, pwede. Yeah, pwede to, no? Thank you. Thank you, Aki. Or you could have highlighted yung ano, highlighted yung mga quantitative values itself. So what are you getting, guys?
I got the same, sir.
Hmm?
I got the same value.
Same value. The rest?
Same din po, sir.
Same
Same
din.
din.
Ren.
Yan. Thank you. Good. So now, guys, alam na natin kunin yung slope pag simple regression, no? How about the intercept? Kasi kailangan natin yung slope at saka intercept para ma-establish yung regression line natin. Sige nga, guys, ano formula niyan? Function intercept, no? What do you get? So intercept yung function yan.
Sir, got the same din po.
36857, no?
Okay.
So does it agree, guys, with the function generated by Excel dito sa trend line natin? Pareho ba siya? 8.2415 at saka 36857. Okay, good. No? Good. So 8.24 at saka 36857. Okay, so far guys, alam na natin i-interpret no, yung slope at saka yung intercept. Sabi natin yung slope is the marginal change in your dependent variable for every 1 unit change in your independent variable. In other words, ano yung increase or decrease in your dependent variable y for every 1 unit change in your independent variable x. Or that's also known as the marginal change of your response variable y for every 1 unit change in your predictor variable x. Okay? Yun ang slope natin. Yung intercept naman, guys, yung intercept ano?
Sir, intercept value of y if x is equal to 0.
Correct. Thank you. Very good. So that's the value of your x, y when x is 0. So sige, may question ako guys ha. Di ba may ano yung equation natin? 8.2415 times x adds plus 36857. Correct guys? So saan natin pwede magamit yung ano na to? Saan natin to pwede magamit yung equation na to? Why are we generating this equation? Why guys? Because we would want to see the effect of X on sales, on ads on sales. Or not effect, the relationship between ads and sales. Okay, I'm not saying that ads is causing sales. Pag regression guys, hindi natin sinasabi na causality yan. We're just establishing the relationship or association. What we know is that for every 1 unit change in your ads, there's a corresponding 8.24 units change in your sales. That's what we're saying. We're not saying that ads is causing sales. Kaya yun guys, pag regression, di natin sinasabi na may causality. Ang sinasabi natin, may association or relationship. And that's a world of difference. So magkaiba yun. Okay, kuha yun guys. Kuha?
Yes,
Yes po, sir.
Yes
Alright.
po, sir.
Thank you. Good. So sabi ko, number 1, pwede natin na we're doing regression so that we can establish the association or relationship between 2 variables. Another use of regression modeling guys is for what? Ano pang isang gamit nito? For forecasting. No? For forecasting. So for example, if I ask you, what will be your forecasted sales if ads is 100,000? Mako-compute ba natin guys si ads, si sales? If we know ads, if ads is equal to 100,000, will we be able to forecast sales?
Yes, sir, using the equation po.
Correct. Exactly. Because we have already established a relationship between them. So we can just replace this by 100,000. Okay? Clear, guys? Clear
Yes
so
po,
far?
sir.
Yes
Okay.
po.
So for example, sige nga, dito natin ilagay, guys. What will be your sales? Type natin dito. What will be our forecasted sales if your X is 60,000? Sige nga. Para pareho tayo guys, gamitin nyo to ha. Dito lang natin lagay, sorry ha. Y sales for X is equal to 60,000. Ito dito, 60,000. So anong forecasted sales natin kung si ads natin 60,000? Let's use these values. It will be equal to ano guys? Ano equation natin?
$60,000 times yung slope plus
Okay.
300 plus yung intercept.
Exactly, correct. Thank you, Aki. So it's the slope times your X value plus your intercept. Okay. Did you get 531349 or 531350 approximately? All right, so that's our predicted or forecasted value of sales if your ads is 60,000. What about if it's, ibaba ko lang ng konti to ha. What about if it's 100,000? Magkano guys?
Sir, 86,100.
86,000 lang? Ba't parang lumiit? Dapat mas malaki siya, di ba? 8.242, the slope times your x plus your intercept, right? 861, hindi 86. Tama ba? It should be higher.
Yes po.
Ako, 861. Tama.
Yeah, 861. Question. Ano guys yung medyo mas acceptable dito? Is 531 acceptable? Is 861 acceptable? Kasi pare-pareho namang ano yan, di ba? Pare-pareho namang prediction, forecasting. So we'd like to predict magkano yung sales natin kung ang ads natin 60,000. Magkano yung ano natin, yung sales natin kung yung ads natin is 100,000. The answer is, guys, sino mas quote-unquote acceptable?
60,000 po.
Yung 60,000. Bakit hindi? Bakit? Hindi ba acceptable kung ano?
Parang masyado na po siya malayo to be accurate.
Malayo saan?
Sa given values
Ng ano?
ng weekly ad expenses.
Okay. Sino to?
Si Angelo Lopez po.
Angelo, thank you. Angelo got it, no? Perfect, Angelo. Salamat, no? So, guys, meron tayong tinatawag na, okay, let me type that. Okay, take note, guys, when we are predicting, there is such a thing as relevant range. Okay, yan ang tawag dyan. Ano yung relevant range, guys? Yung relevant range is the values, yung range ng ano natin, ng predictor. Sino ba yung predictor natin? Sino yung predictor natin, guys?
Yung ads expense.
Which is your X, di ba? Ito, tama. Tama, ito yung ads natin. So take note that your ads expense ranges from a minimum of 14,000 to 64,717. And that's called your relevant range. So when you're going to use this model, dapat guys, yung relevant range natin, dapat yung prediction natin, hindi nalalayo dito. So it can be a little bit lower or it can be a little bit higher, pero dapat wag masyadong malayo. Kasi we never can tell how your data, kasi ito yung plot natin, di ba? Take a look at our plot. Ito yun. Yung plot natin, ang minimum ni X is around 14,000. Ang maximum niya around 64,000. Now what will happen if we had data that's 100,000? Medyo malayo na siya. Baka for all we know, siguro beyond this, medyo mag-exponential na siya, mataas na siya. Kuha nyo guys, pwede kasi maging ang relationship yan, ano na eh, exponential na. So hindi na linear at that range. No? Pwede na maging, after this, siguro magiging medyo ganun na. O pag naging ganyan na guys, yung 100,000, palpak na yung natin, prediction natin. Kuha nyo guys, kasi you're predicting it based on this model, 8.2415 plus 36,857, which is this line na ina-extend natin. Andi dito kasi si 100,000. Ano? Asan si 100,000? Ito. Bin natin ito yung sa 100,000. So si 861 guys, ito yon. But what if the data will behave this way already? Napataas na. Ang layo na magiging prediction natin. What's the moral of the story guys? When you use prediction, when we use our model for predictive purposes, make sure that you take into consideration your relevant range. Okay? Kaya nga guys, yung value of yung value ng sales when ads is equal to 0, actually it has no meaning. Bakit? Walang practical meaning yan. Ginagamit lang natin yan for modeling but not for practical purposes. Why? Kasi 36,857 is the predicted value of your sales when ads is equal to 0, right? Ito yung relevant range ni ads. 14,000 to 64,717. Asan ba yung x is equal to 0 na ano? Hindi dito yun, di ba? It's outside, it's beyond your relevant range. Ba? Nakuha nyo, guys?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, ulitin ko yun, ha? Yung 36,857, guys, which is actually your intercept, is actually your predicted value of your sales if ads is equal to 0. But take note that your relevant range for your predictor, for your ads, is from 14,000 to around 64,000. So kung gagamitin mo na predictor, si ads, if its value is 0, well, medyo ano na yan, malabo na yan kasi it's way outside the relevant range. However, guys, we still use that as an intercept for modeling purposes. Okay? Clear?
Clear,
So,
sir.
okay.
Clear, sir.
Good. Okay. Sige, we're slowly progressing. Okay. So there are some more things we need to answer here. May hindi pa yata tayo nasasagutan dito. Para alisan na natin tong worksheet na to. Okay. Two more. Sabi natin, guys, in order to establish the relationship or define the relationship between two variables, sabi ko, pwede natin gamitin hindi variance, covariance and correlation. Okay? So let me just write yung formula ng covariance. What is the formula for covariance? Kasi ang natutunan nyo pa lang sa stat, well, I don't know if you have learned covariance, pero take note, guys, yung variance. Ano yung formula ng variance? Naalala niyo ba itong variance na to sa basic stat nyo? It's equal to the sum of the deviations, di ba, guys? Over n minus 1 for a sample. Paki-collaborate na, guys, kung tama to. Tama ba yan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this can be written as, another way to write this, sabi natin, pwedeng isulat na squared, di ba? Variance of x squared. Tama? Tama, guys?
Yes po.
Or it can be written as SXX. Yan. Tignan nyo. Maybe this is the first time you're seeing this. Pero, this is the variance of x. This is the covariance of x with x, which is the same as the variance of x. Okay? SXX is the variance of x with itself. Okay. Anong relationship ba ang hinahanap natin? Ang hinahanap natin yung relationship ni ads at saka ni sales, no? So we can establish that using this one. Okay, how do we read this, guys? How do we read this, guys? It's the variance of x with y. Okay, careful tayo, ah. This is the variance of x with x, which is the same as this is the covariance of x with x, which is the same as the variance of x. Take note, guys, yung variance, isang letter na lang, no? Tapos naka-square siya dito. Ang covariance, guys, walang naka-square dyan. Wala yan, ha? Tapos dalawang letters dito, SXX. That's the covariance of x with x. So it's the variance of x. Kasi covariance of a variable with itself is simply the variance. While on the other hand, this one is the covariance of x with y. And it's equal to the sum of x minus x bar times y minus y bar. Okay? Divided by n minus 1. Okay. So when we're trying to establish a relationship between two variables, sabi natin, there are two quantitative ways, two numerical ways. Number one, correlation. The other one is covariance. Now, sabi ko kanina, mas mahirap i-interpret yung covariance. Okay? Mas madaling gamitin yung correlation. Okay? So, sige nga guys, kunin nga natin. Yung correlation, nakuha na natin di ba? So, ulitin lang natin dito. Correlation is, anong ginamit natin na function kanina?
Corel, sir.
Corel. Okay. Another way to do it is Pearson. Sige nga, subukan nyo dyan guys. P-A-R-S-O-N. Pearson for the person who first established or who quote-unquote invented this measure. Sige nga guys, paki-compute yung Pearson. Yeah? Kaya ang complete na yun Pearson correlation. Kasi may iba't ibang klaseng correlation pa. May Spearman, may Kendall. Pearson pagigamit. Yan. What do you get, guys?
Sir, same lang as yung...
Same lang. Okay, did everyone get the same answer, guys? Pearson, Corel, it will give you the same answer. Ano, guys? Kuha?
Yes, sir. Same.
Yes
Alright.
po.
Good, good. So, pareho yan, ha? So, hindi ko nasusolving yan. Yung covariance lang, guys. So, we use the function covar. So, dito, dalawa. Cover.p, cover.s. Since this is just a sample, we'll use cover.s. Okay? So, anong sabi, anong ibig sabihin ng cover.s? Ito, guys, oh. Return sample covariance. Okay? The average of the products of the deviations, tingnan nyo, ano ba yung formula? Deviation of x with x, x bar, deviation of y with the average. Tapos kinos product natin, no? X minus x bar times y minus y bar. Kaya ang definition niya, the average of the products of the deviations for each data point pair in two data sets. Okay? Sige, let's get this. So RE1 is, okay, and comma, RE2 is this one.
So, sir, mauuna po yung X.
It doesn't matter actually, no? Tingnan niyo yung formula, guys, ha? Tingnan niyo. Di ba, kahit mauna si y dyan, it doesn't matter, di ba? Kasi commutative naman ang multiplication. So, it does, sa pag-covariance, it won't matter. Pag correlation, it does, no? And then, correlation, hindi rin. Okay, what do you get, guys? Did you get 1, 7? 1, 7?
Yes po.
Oh, tingnan nyo guys, ha? Now, how do you interpret that? Di ba? Si correlation 0.92 lang, di ba? So, si correlation madaling ma-interpret kasi standardized yan eh. Asan yung correlation natin? I-link ko na lang dun, this one. Okay, correlation is very easy to interpret. Okay, covariance, ang sinasabi lang niya dyan sa atin, positive yung correlationship nila, positive yung association nila, positive yung relationship nila. But it doesn't tell us, ano guys, it only tells us the direction, positive. But the magnitude of the relationship, hindi sa atin ina-explain. On the other hand, correlation gives us two things. Ano yung binibigay sa atin ng correlation, guys? The magnitude, ulit ko nga, para clear sa atin. Okay, for correlation, it gives us two things. Number one, yung relationship nila, it gives us the correlation, the magnitude, and the direction. Direction kung positive o negative. Okay. On the other hand, si variance, si covariance, ano lang binibigay? Direction lang. Okay, hindi natin alam i-interpret kung direction, alam natin na positive yan. So we know that the relationship between ads and sales is positive. Ganun din kay correlation, positive. Kaso, ito, sinasabi sa atin yung magnitude. So is this a very high correlation, very high relationship? Yes. Okay? Kasi alam natin guys na si correlation is a measure both of direction, so pwedeng positive and negative, and also the magnitude. Pag close to 1, very strong relationship. Pag close to 0, very weak or possibly no relationship at all. Okay? Now, it can be shown that pwede natin pakita guys na yung correlation the correlation between X and Y is actually equal to ano? Ano kaya guys? It's actually equal to variance ng dependent variable natin and then standardized siya by dividing it by the variance of the standard deviation of X and then the standard deviation of Y. Take a look at this formula, guys. Okay. Ito ang relationship, guys, ng sorry. Mali. Sorry wrong to. Okay, how do you read that? We're trying to relate correlation with relating correlation with what? With what, guys? This is correlation between X and Y, and this is your covariance between X and Y. Related sila, guys. How are they related? Will we be able to compute for your correlation if we know the covariance? Yes. How? Standardize natin siya. Divide the covariance with the standard deviation of X and the standard deviation of Y, then you'll be able to determine your correlation. We're just establishing, guys, yung relationship ng mga formulas na to, no? Okay, sige, gawin natin yan. Prove natin, guys. Let's prove that. Okay, sulat natin dito yung SXY, SX, SY. Again, guys, ano yung XXY? I-subscript lang natin. Alam niyo naman mag-subscript, guys, ano? Okay, nakakahabol ba kayo? Am I going too fast? Subscript. Okay. Summarize ko lang ulit Anong ginagawa natin? Sabi natin there are two ways to measure the association or relationship between two variables quantitatively. Pwedeng covariance at saka correlation. The correlation is a more powerful quantitative measure to explain or to describe the relationship between two variables. Number one, kasi it does not only tell us of the direction, but secondly, it tells us of the magnitude, no? Hindi lang sinasabi ni correlation sa atin kung ang direction positive or negative, but it also tells us of the magnitude. Gaano ba ka-related yung dalawang variables na yan, which cannot be found if you're using covariance. Kasi sa covariance 1.7 billion. So what? Ang alam lang natin dito is that covariance tells us the direction. Positive yan. Okay? Dali guys, question. Si covariance ba pwedeng maging negative? Tingnan niyo yung formula na to. Pwede ba maging negative si covariance, guys? Covariance of X and Y, pwede ba siya maging negative? Answer is? Any bold guess?
Sir, no po.
Pwede siya. Kasi X minus X bar, pwede bang maging ano yan? Pwede bang maging negative si X minus X bar? Pwede, guys? X minus X bar. Si X, ano ba yung X natin? Si odds. Odds. Minus X bar. Ano yung X bar natin? Si mean, 40. Pwede bang pag minus natin yan, maging negative? Ito yung mean.
Yes.
Yeah, pwede yan, guys. No? Pwede. So, X minus X bar pwede maging negative. Si Y minus Y bar pwede maging negative. Guys?
Yes po, sir.
Pwede rin. So, pag pareho negative yan, negative times negative, positive yan, di ba? Magiging negative to, guys, kung negative to, tapos positive to, or otherwise. Kasi nag-cross multiply tayo eh. So, the short answer is that yes, pwede maging negative yung covariance. So, pag negative yung covariance natin, pag kinumpute natin, tapos sinabi sa inyo, negative yung covariance natin, well, it just tells us that the relationship between them is negative. It's just the same as giving us a negative correlation. Yun nga lang, guys, ano advantage ng correlation? Correlation both gives us the direction, kung positive at saka negative or negative, and also the magnitude. Kung very strong relationship ba yan, or very strong positive relationship, strong negative relationship, moderate or weak relationship, no? Kuha nyo yun, guys. Clear?
Yes po.
Okay, but both of them
Yeah po,
take...
sir.
Okay, thank you. But both of them, guys, is a measure of the quantitative association or relationship between the two variables. Okay, pero guys, pwede rin natin i-relate si correlation at saka si covariance, no? So ito mali itong formula na to, ha. So ang formula natin, si correlation is equal to the covariance divided by the standard deviation of X and standard deviation of Y. Sige, very quickly, guys, very quickly. Ano yung correlation natin? Na-compute na natin, di ba? I-link na natin dito. Sorry, the covariance between X and Y, ito. Okay, tapos, ano si guys? Ano si SX? What's SX, guys? Hello? What's SX? Oh, nalito na kayo. Ano yung SX, guys?
Variance ng X.
Oh, hindi variance yan. Isang letter lang yan.
Standard deviation.
Standard deviation. Okay?
Standard deviation.
Tandaan nyo, guys, ang variance, either dalawang letter dapat or may squared sa taas. SX, ito, covariance to. Covariance of X and Y. Ito naman, standard deviation ng X. So, say, compute natin, stdev dot S. Okay, X, sino sa X natin, guys? Si adds. So our answer here is ayan. Kopyahin ko na lang din itong formula na to. Tapos palitan ko na lang ng B. Okay. Okay? Right. Yan. May standard deviation sila. No? Okay. Then we can compute now for our XY. Okay, ano formula, guys, ng correlation? Correlation is equal to the covariance, okay, divided by ito, yung product ni product of standard deviation of X and the standard deviation of Y. Sige nga guys, check. So ang correlation pala, that's a standardized value ng covariance. Para in-standardize natin si covariance. What did you get, guys? Nakihan ko lang yung nakihan ko yung niya para makita niyo. Okay, so that's the formula. It's just the covariance of X and Y divided by the standard deviation of X and the standard deviation of Y. So you can
0.92 po. Sir.
Pareho lang ba? Pareho lang dun sa correlation, guys?
Yes po.
Yes
Pareho.
po, sir.
So we were able to prove that there's a relationship between covariance and correlation. So si correlation, ano lang siya? Covariance siya na ini-standardize natin. Bakit ko sinabing ini-standardize? Kasi dinivide mo ng standard deviation ng dalawang variables na yun. Okay? Clear, guys? Ang
Yes.
important, good. Ang importante dito, yung measuring the association or relationship between two variables using two quantitative measures, covariance at correlationship. And then we said they're measuring the same thing. Only nga lang expressed in different ways. Si covariance can only give us the direction, but not the magnitude. Si correlation can give us the magnitude and the correlation and the direction. However, if you know one of them, makukompute mo yung isa. Kunyari, kung alam natin although sa Excel guys, madali na yan, no? Dati kasi, nung wala pang mga computers, importante yung ganyang klaseng relationship para mas madaling ma-compute yung mga parameters. No? But now with the advent of computers, it doesn't matter guys, no? Pero importante din na alam natin yung relationship. Okay, clear so far, guys? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes po.
Good.
Dear
Good.
sir.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, I have a few more minutes left. Ngayon, next meeting, pupunta na tayo sa very quickly, next meeting, sandali. To be. Ito, let's very quickly establish the variance, covariance. No? Ito. Before that, ito na lang muna. Ito. Gusto natin i-generate tong regression output. Okay, so how do we do this? Sige, 2A muna tayo guys. Go to 2A. Okay, we won't be able to finish this, but I just want you to at least masimulan ko lang to very quickly. So ito, parehong data points lang to. No? If you notice, anong ginawa ko sa 6, sa data 7 to 188? What happened, guys? Hinide ko lang, no? I hid it para mas mabilis yung pag-copy down natin. Okay, so what are we going to do here? Andito si X, andito si Y. Okay? I'd like to show, although pinakita ko kanina, no? Ito yung sinabi ko sa inyo yung, ano to, guys? What measure is this? This is your
Covariance.
covariance. This is your
Correlation.
correlation. Tapos sabi natin, di ba, ito yung formula ng covariance. X minus X bar times Y minus Y bar, yung cross product nila over N minus 1. And then si correlation will simply be whatever your covariance is divided by standardize natin SX over XY. Actually, kinuha na natin to, but let's just quickly do that here. So unang kunin natin guys, X minus X bar. Kasi ang gagawin natin, i-multiply natin sa x minus x bar kay y minus y bar. But before that, let's first, ipakita muna natin itong iba dito. So, ilan yung ano natin, guys? Ilan yung data points natin? 190, no? So, this is 190 minus 1. Okay, bakit ako nag-minus 1, guys? Ba't ako nag-n minus 1? Time na pala. Guys, one minute, okay lang ba?
Yes po.
Okay, just para itong simula lang. No? Bakit ako nag-n minus 1, guys? Kasi kailangan natin yon para sa divisor natin, n minus 1. Correct? Correct, guys?
Yes po.
Yes.
Okay. And then we get the average of x. And then we get the average of y. Kailangan natin para sa x minus x bar at saka y minus y bar. Alright? Then just quickly, these two, three columns very quickly. So x minus x bar, guys, x minus x bar. Right? Tapos, we need to fix this. Ano i-fix ko? Ano i-fix ko dito, guys?
So the X bar?
Oo. Ang i-fix ko ba yung how am I going to copy this formula? Pababa, di ba? Kaya dapat i-fix ko yung row. Kuha nyo, guys?
Clear po.
Kasi ika-copy ko down yan, di ba? Ika-copy ko down. I don't need to fix the column kasi hindi naman nagbago yung column position. Okay, what's the total of this? Ano total niyan? Alt equal to? Ano total, guys? Oops. X minus x bar. D191. D2. Pag mali yung total. Kasi mamaya saka na natin gawin kung total. Okay, ito naman, guys, y minus y bar. This is y bar, and then I'm going to fix the row. And then lastly, just get the cross product. Kasi kailangan natin x minus x bar times y minus y bar. Okay, so let's stop here, guys. Okay, we'll continue with this next meeting. Tapos, sana by next meeting, guys, hopefully next week, at least the first part ng next week, matapos na natin to. And then we start with regression using R. Okay? Thank you once again for your patience, guys. Maraming salamat. Any questions?
None.
Po, sir. Thank you.
Sige. Sana natututo kayo, ha?
Yes po.
Okay, sige.
Sir, attendance po.
Sige, yung mga late, yung mga the others, you may go. Yung
Thank
mga,
you, sir.
Sige. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Okay, yung mga late, sige. Wait.
Sir, wala ako sa ano nyo, attendance tracker. Ay,
Ah.
sa
Sandali, ha? Hindi ko nabuksan tong isa, no? Si Precious ba?
Sir,
Precious, andyan ka?
Yes po.
Okay. Angelo?
Present.
Angelo. Oo. Thank you.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you, Angelo, natututo ba?
I'll
Yes
send
po.
email. I-resend ko na lang baka natabunan na ng ibang email.
Yung yung?
Nag-send po ako ng email. I-resend ko na lang po kasi baka natabunan na ng ibang email.
Sige.
Sige po.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Bye,
you.
sir.
Oo.
Eh, sir, na-late po ako kanina.
Sino si Hans? Sino to?
Gutierrez po, sir.
Sino? Hans?
Gutierrez.
Sige.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Alright, wala na? Sige. Thank you, guys.